I thought just a hell of an effort by the group. Couldn't be more proud of the group. Couldn't be more proud of the 33-game run. I can't believe that we're at the end of the regular season, to be honest with you. It's been an exceptional group from day one to coach and to be around, and they just find ways to keep connecting. And I thought you saw a great example of that today with a lot of the bench guys getting an extended run there. And we won the second half. We went on a 14-4 run in the middle of it. I thought there was a lot of great things. Nick, 18 and 7. Z here with 11 rebounds, which is what he does every day. He walks out there, he gets 11, and he handles the ball and gets us going. And, probably the difference in the game was their three-point shooting in the first half, right? And then the second half, it was 1 for 8. I thought we did a great job of adjusting and getting there and taking them off the line and trying to make them do something else. And, there was a lot of really good things there. I just super proud of the group and excited about putting this behind us and now getting to the next thing. Not a big deal to me. I just thought that there's no real point differential at the end right there. I didn't think JLA needed to lay the ball in. Just didn't need to do it. That's just my personal preference on that one. They're in, we're in, everybody's in the playoffs. Not a big deal, but I'm just so proud of our group. They kept competing, and JLA kept subbing back in. To me, that was a sign of respect for the job that our guys were doing and what Nick was doing on the post and Matt Kenyon flying around. And, we were kind of mixing and matching to try to see if we could get the momentum of the game out there a little bit. But super proud of the group overall, and thinking about postseason and the Ignite Cup now. I said my piece and moved on. Next question.
Get out of what you needed to get out of tonight as far as...
I think we got it. I think it was exceptional.
A couple of your starters didn't seem to time in the last quarter. It's just really management. There's no injury problem.
I thought that the group on the floor was just playing great. I thought we had really good energy, and Isaac White did a hell of a job. He was picking up, and Keanu had some really, really good minutes, and Michael Harris came in, made a shot, was kind of flying around there and trying to get some deflections, and Matt Kenyon does what he does, and Flynn and Z played heavy minutes, or a few more in the first half, and so I was just trying to mix and match, but it was more about the group that was on the floor.
Can I just ask in terms of the youngsters, we know playoffs, they're games after game after game, there's not a lot of rest in between. How much does that give you an advantage knowing that those boys can take it up to a top 4 team?
Nothing they do is surprising to me at all. They compete with us at practice every day. Excuse my French, sometimes they kick our ass. So I'm not at all surprised by anything they did on the floor tonight. We expect that from them, and credit to them for being ready and staying ready for their opportunity. And I'm kind of with Coach. I'm proud of them.
Exciting game Sunday. Now you turn your attention to something that's a little different to a regular season game, or do you just approach it the same way?
Obviously it's a little bit different, considering that there's something at stake. But for us, it's about consistency. It's been the same message all year. It's about us playing our way, us executing the things we want to execute. And we've had some tough games with New Zealand, so it should be a good one. And, if we do what we're supposed to do, we'll put ourselves in a good spot.
There's a lot of money in this game. It's unusual to be playing for cash like that as opposed to the normal victory. Does that change your mindset?
It's easy to say no, but obviously, some extra cash is definitely a great incentive. And credit to our group for putting ourselves in the spot to be able to compete for it. So for us, man, it's about, closing out, finishing out what we started. We did the right things all season. We won enough quarters to be in this situation, so now we want to go finish it.
Will you have your money man with you come Sunday?
Yeah, for sure. That's me. I'll get to hold the cash, for sure. But I'd like to just say on the Ignite Cup, I was in the NBA when the in-season tournament started. And one thing in my 26 years in the NBA and 31 now of coaching, guys like to compete, and when there's money on the line, they really compete. I think this is a fantastic deal. It's the first time. It's the first deal. I think it's important to try to win and put Adelaide 36ers on the first year that we did the Ignite Cup. I think it's a great thing. We played for this situation from the very first game on a Wednesday. That was an Ignite Cup game. We talked about winning quarters, and we made it a focus because not everybody has an opportunity in their contract to get a playoff bonus. In the NBA, you get playoff bonuses and you get playoff shares and you do all that stuff. And to me, this is an opportunity for these guys to get a little extra money. Now, it's the greatest fucking consolation prize, excuse my language, for New Zealand in the history of professional sports. They don't make the playoffs, yet they get a payout. It's a really unique situation for us. We've got 2 games in about 40 hours on different coasts. We're excited to be in this situation to compete for this, and got a ton of respect for New Zealand. It's been some really, really tough battles for them. They have some great players. It's an honor to be in the first game and the Ignite Cup, and we're going to go over there and try to compete and try to win some cash for these guys and have a little playoff money before the playoffs start. We'll see. We've got to fly across the country, so not the most ideal situation for any of it. We'll see where he is when we get across the country and we get off the plane and kind of unpack things and set it up and see where we're at.
So watching you walk around and stuff, David, you look like moving. Okay, did he spasm or something like that? Or can you talk us through what
I'm not the medical guy,
No, I don't know.
so I'm not probably the expert to ask on that. But, he's led this league in minutes played. And it's been a tough season. And I think you saw at the game in United, there was 1 or 2 plays where he kind of landed a little bit funny down there. And, he's been our minute horse the whole year. And, so he's gonna take some bumps and bruises, so to speak, over a long, tough physical campaign, So, we'll see where we're at once we get over there and how he's feeling.
You look like you were having a lot of fun tonight. Probably the most I've seen you smiling again in a while. Is that part of the game plan coming into it, guys? Just to do it?
Well, I think I've smiled a whole bunch this year, to be honest with you. You may have only seen me here. It's been a great group. Since the day we got together in August and started to practice and started to talk about, what are the things that we want to, have as goals. And, being a top 2 seed and being at the top of the ladder as many weeks as we have, it's just a hell of an accomplishment. And this group is connected on the court and off the court. I think they've enjoyed each other. They're always communicating the right way. As a coach, when you come to sit down in the huddle and guys are talking about defense, you've got most of it's already, handled at that point. If guys are talking defense, your job's easy. And they're usually talking about what we're in and the coverage and what they feel comfortable in. I think we just got a very, very mature group, and what you saw today was some guys that haven't had extended minutes for a while, flying around and make the most of the opportunity. So, as a group, I think that's a positive for us going into the playoffs.
And then you started the game really well, and then Wildcats made a start to put David Duke in. Started picking up, they got you Cameron full court. It sort of changed your offense a little bit to play a bit slower. Does it, when a player like that good defensively comes on the court, does it change your offensive style much, or is it not really?
Yeah, you give David a lot of credit, right? He checked in and tried to impact the game right away. He's a terrific player. We probably didn't get the shots we'd like in a little bit of a stretch, but you saw us rebound and you saw us get our feet back under us. And, it's going to take a little while. We haven't played extended minutes without Bryce out there in a while. So, I thought the guys did a great job of connecting and figuring it out, and that's what's going to happen in those situations.
Chris online.
Yeah, just quickly, I think you have smiled plenty this season, Mike.
Thank you. Z makes me smile every day. I mean, come on, guys.
Is there another bonus to playing on Sunday that lessens the time that you're going to have a break? I mean, I think we all agree that 3 weeks is far too long for you as a potential, as a so-called reward for finishing top 2, yet don't get to play for 3 weeks. So is it an added bonus that you have a little bit less of a break by getting to play on Sunday?
I think we both should answer this one, if that's all right. From a coaching standpoint, I wanted to be in a single elimination situation. That's what this is. This is a playoff game. This is a single elimination. Instead of our season being over, though, it's for the money. We talked about it the whole time. This game was going to be after the regular season. I wanted to play after the regular season, and I wanted us to be in kind of a sudden death situation. We've got a new group. We've got a whole bunch of new faces. I think it's absolutely a fantastic situation for us to be in against a team that's got nothing to lose. I think that we'll come ready to play. I think it's a great opportunity for us. And like I said, I've the whole season, I've been really, really excited about us being in this situation. And the number one thing would be just to get the guys money. I want my guys and maybe the support staff and everybody that commits to the Adelaide 36ers to know if you come here, we're going to play for the Ignite Cup. We're going to try to get to the championship every year so these guys can make every money. It's a priority. It's one of the things at the top of the list for me. I'm not ashamed to talk about it that way. I want these guys to get playoff bonuses, and hopefully we get a little bit of a check. Before the playoffs start, and then we can take a little bit of a break. We'll refocus and try to come out of this break ready to go and talk about the things we need to do to win a series. See?
Yeah, I mean, I think having an opportunity to, like you said, play an elimination game going into playoffs, I think it's an advantage for us for sure. And I think we're going to approach it that way. Obviously the money's an incentive, but getting to a single elimination game on the road kind of is like a playoff prep type of situation. So for us, I think we should treat it like that, and I think it's definitely to our advantage.
Are you feeling as fired up about playing New Zealand as Mike sounds like he is, given they're not going to play finals? This is all or nothing for them on Sunday. They talked about how they feel like they owe you one, given the way they've lost their last 3 games against you. And you have a look at Sam Menenga, how he played last night. He's going to be ready to go. Are you as fired up to play them as Mike is? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I love playing basketball. I mean, I don't really put opponents above another opponent. I mean, I was fired up for this game. I was excited for the opportunity, and now that game is closed, and I'll be on to the next. So we'll be ready for whatever New Zealand brings to us. And for me, there's a little extra incentive being that's my old team. A couple of those guys are my friends, so it would be lovely to get that win and be able to have bragging rights. So, but other than that, it's another game that we're trying to win.
I get my energy off this guy beside me. He's an energy giver. Every day he's been walking in the gym. From the very beginning, we have this big speaker that we play music on, and there's a button on it that says, "Let's party," and it's kind of annoying. But Z's done it every day that he's walked into the gym to kind of announce, like, "Hey, let's go. I'm in the gym. It's time to practice." And the group, I can't believe we played 33 games. I got to be honest with you. It seems like it's flown by, but I'm fired up because this is what we all play for. You play to win championships, and if you're not excited about a time to be in the top 2 and to have a home court advantage and a series at home, I don't know what we're doing this for. It's been a long time or a little while since Adelaide's had that situation. But that's why we get paid. That's why we are all here, is to compete and to win and try to win a championship and bring that back to Adelaide. We get to do a little something unique on Sunday afternoon.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Go for it, Josh. Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, Mike, I was down in Rockingham throughout Hoops Fest, and I remember you having a bit of a conversation after training about the way you guys were trying to set up Bryce Cotton with the Jesse Wagstaff type screens. After tonight's performance, mate, are you going to be making that phone call to Jesse potentially to bring him over to the Adelaide 36ers next season?
Well, I don't know what the rules are on tampering, but that's next season. I'm focused on this right here. All the respect to Jesse and his career. It's been an amazing, amazing career, and what he does out there is really unique, and all the best to him. This group right here deserves all of my attention. I could give a 2 cents about next year.
Do it.
I'm worried about Sunday, and then I'm going to worry about who we potentially can play and our practices in between and getting the group better. And there's about 1,000 things I'm thinking about, and number 1 would be New Zealand, and that's going to start as soon as you guys stop asking me questions. I'm going to go back there and start focusing on them.
Last one from me then, mate, and I'll let you go back. See, what's the first thing, if you win the money in the Ignite Cup, what's the first thing you're looking to buy?
Donate it to his coach.
What are you looking
Donate it to the coaching staff.
Yeah, well, first, I don't know exactly how much it is or whatever, but It's kind of hard for me to really think about it, honestly, because I'm so locked in on just winning the game. You know, I feel like those type of situations when you're looking past an opponent and looking at the reward instead of looking at the task at hand. So it's kind of hard for me, but I can imagine. I mean, I'm invested into the stock market. I'm invested in some things, and I mean, I got a 3-year-old son, so I mean, I know he loves to travel and Disneyland and that type of stuff. So who knows? We'll see.
Best of luck for Sunday, boys.
Thanks. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.